If you ask your kids what their favourite subject is, it's probably lunch. But a growing number are being sent to school without any food. That's how tough it's become. A team of volunteers is determined to fix that, one cheese sandwich at a time.
If you think your days are busy, you ought to visit Cairnlea Park Primary School in Melbourne's northwest.
Can you share your different types of grafts with us? What have we got?
These kids have a jam-packed timetable.
What time's lunchtime at school?
1:35.
Are you pretty hungry by then?
Yes, definitely.
It's the time of day school kids look forward to most.
Usually I have a chicken tender sandwich, but sometimes I can have tuna in it.
That sounds very gourmet.
But there's a sad reality on the rise in school playgrounds across the country.
Some kids come to school that haven't eaten breakfast, and some kids come to school without having lunches either.
Mum of two and teacher at the school, Casey White, is seeing firsthand the heartbreaking consequences of Australia's cost of living crisis on our children.
It's sad, it's awful to see kids don't have food, and I would offer something of my own, or I would ask the school, what can we do?
Do you ever see kids at school without lunch or recess?
Yeah, sometimes.
You feel sorry for them?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it?
It's no issue or fault of the children, and we want to make sure they don't fall through the cracks.
Hitting the road with hundreds of cheese sandwiches and yogurts, Lyndon Galea is the founder of Eat Up, on a mission to make sure no child goes without lunch.
That's where it began. It was actually on my mum's kitchen table, and together with her help we made 100 sandwiches for those first two schools.
What started as a helping hand to two schools has exploded into what's now a national crusade.
We make nearly 20,000 lunches every school week, and they happen at volunteer events across the country. So in the capital cities, they generally take place in corporate workplaces.
We are 600 sandwiches down collectively.
Today we deliver to 941 schools across Australia.
Wow. Are there other schools still waiting for help?
Sadly, yes. So as much as there's 941, there's 460 schools currently that are on our waiting list.
We've been getting Eat Up for roughly about 3 years, and that's with the sandwiches and the yogurts.
Assistant Principal Natalie Roach says Cairnlea Park Primary gets a delivery every 3 weeks, storing the food in fridges and freezers to fill rumbling tummies.
The kids who are repeat, maybe 2-3 times a week don't have lunch, you kind of really feel for those kids. It's a free service, there's no embarrassment around it, it's at the school office, it's easy to access.
Children living in poverty have poorer outcomes overall from a health and well-being and cognitive development perspective.
Dr Katrina Lyons is CEO at Act for Kids.
There are other countries that provide breakfast and lunch for kids at school, and maybe that's something we need to be considering in Australia. It would go a long way to helping alleviate the stress on families at the moment.
Now, if you're thinking there's no such thing as a free lunch, well, in here is this charity's 4 millionth free lunch on its way to an Aussie kid in need. And it's only possible thanks to corporates who are happy to foot the bill for a great cause.
They're bridging a gap, and we're certainly proud of the role we play in helping and assisting them.
Perfect.
Eat Up relies on fundraising and donated food products, like the 200,000 yogurt pouches Chobani has chipped in over the last 18 months. And Eat Up needs more helpers like Chobani, whether it be donations, funding or volunteer sandwich makers.
Our driving goal is to make sure that no child goes hungry at school in Australia. I know we can do it.
One sandwich at a time.
One at a time.
One yogurt at a time.
One yogurt at a time.
And I bet they can, doing it for the kids and such a wonderful organisation. Up next, the